Hello, my name is Antonio Sage with Audio Outlaw. Today we are going to use Audio Outlaw's NoisR FX to create a wah-wah effect. A very simple wah-wah that is controllable via an expression pedal. I have some Google results here waiting to show you what an expression pedal is going to cost. We have some $40 ones, $29, $79, $124, $200 one, $99. So they go up and down in prices. Any one of these will do the job. I'm using the Roland EV5 expression pedal, but any one of these, the Behringer for $29 looks somewhat similar, as does the M Audio expression pedal. They will all work. They will all send a MIDI CC message, which you can use to map this and any other parameter that you choose to map. So what we need to do is set up the expression pedal to work with Ableton. First thing we need to do is, well, we need some sort of a MIDI keyboard that accepts expression pedal. It actually has to have an expression input in the back. Most of them do, so you should be covered. And if you don't, perhaps you can purchase a cheap keyboard or controller that does have an expression pedal and have it there for that purpose. Once you do, you have to go to the preferences and go to your MIDI sync tab and find yourself the keyboard that has the controller rather, that has the expression pedal hooked up to it, and turn on, make sure that the remote button is turned on here. Once you've done that, then you should be able to toggle the expression pedal and see your MIDI input happening up there. So once you've done that, then what we need to do is map the expression pedal to the right parameters here within NoisR. What we're going to want to do is actually map more than one parameter to one knob. So the best way to do that would be to group the NoisR, and we can do that by right-clicking and pressing the group option, and that should do that. Once it looks like that, then you've grouped it. And next thing you're going to want to do is open up the macro panel, and none of them will be assigned because it's waiting for you to do so. And we're going to start assigning our macro panel. First, we need to assign the filter. So we're going to click, or right-click rather, on the word filter and map that to macro number 1. We're going to want to do the same with the reso. So we're going to map that to macro number 1 once again. And we're going to rename that. We're going to click on that and again right-click and find our rename. And we're going to call that wah. Another way to rename is to actually Command R. And we're going to do that with the whole effect rack, and we're going to call it wah-wah. Once we've done that, the next thing we need to do is MIDI map the expression pedal to control that one knob or macro. So we're going to enter our MIDI mode. We can use Command M or simply press the MIDI button up there. And we're going to click on that knob and toggle our expression pedal. Once we've done that, we should have control, and we should be seeing the filter and the reso going up along with your foot on the expression pedal. So we can hear the results of that, and it's going to be extreme. It's still not right, but we will at least listen to it by turning on the filter, and that's the power button right there, and we can play our guitar. So that's not exactly a wah-wah pedal. However, it does exactly what we need it to do. We just need to make it, we need to focus in on the right frequencies for our purposes. Next thing I'd like to do is actually turn on the limiter, just to make sure that there are no overloads, and more importantly, to keep the sound even. So we're going to just turn that on, and we can mess with the threshold in a little while. But for now, let's just turn it on. Next thing we need to do is actually edit the mappings for the filter and the frequency so that they correspond to the kind of frequency response that you would expect from a wah-wah pedal. So we're going to enter map mode, and we're going to see that there is a minimum and a maximum dial here, and we need to dial it down to achieve the effect that we need. So we can listen and we can actually manipulate these. So we're going to turn down the max on the frequency and the reso and listen. So that's one kind of wah-wah that we can use. Kind of nasal sounding. That would be an extreme sounding kind of space wah. But for a more classic wah-wah sound, what we need to do is actually, let's exit from map mode, and we need to assign the type of filter that is chosen at this particular moment. So what we're going to want to do is actually map the filter type to macro number 2, and I'm going to choose a knob from this particular controller here, and go into edit MIDI map mode by right clicking, and we're going to map that to this particular knob. So let's change from a low pass. Here we're using a high pass. And we can keep going. Here is a band pass. Which the band pass is probably considered the more typical wah-wah pedal. So we're going to work with the levels here to try to come up with a better balance for the sound that we're looking for. So let's play our guitar and the expression pedal. So either way, any one of those wah pedal sounds would work, even with low pass. It just depends on what you're trying to achieve. NoisR FX has a great sounding filter, so it's easy to achieve a great sounding wah-wah pedal. I hope you enjoyed this and find this creatively inspiring. Thanks very much for watching.